And when we look at Chavi 2.0 and your plans ahead, your aspirations ahead, right? It seems like, you've certainly on the other side of that dark tunnel, and there's a bright future ahead. What does that look like? And to what extent does this term breast cancer, or what you're coping with, factor into your everyday thinking and decision making? Or do you essentially believe that this is a bigger, better, brighter you?
Absolutely. I think breast cancer is the best thing that happened to me, because I would never have gotten out of my comfort zone and did all the things that I'm doing today because I was very comfortable. I was just so comfortable in the life that I was living. Sometimes I feel that life has a path for you, and you need to be jolted out. And it was just that. It was just that for me, because it was stage 1. It was grade 1. It was diagnosed just by fluke. It was just that nudge that I needed at that point, and I got it. And I also want to talk a little bit about the fear of the recurrence that the doctor was also speaking about, that breast cancer mein hota hai na, zyada hota hai. But my point is that as a healthy individual, you spoke about a good lifestyle. I had a great lifestyle even before I got cancer. I was healthy. I was always exercising, giving time to my health. I was particular about my diet and everything. I had healthy pregnancies. I breastfed both my babies, and still I got it. Yeah. So if it recurs, it recurs. I just want to put it out there that fear should not be like a dangling sword, that what if? Because even the first time, what if? I mean, I'm a huge believer of faith, and I feel faith is something which should be so strong that when we leave our house in the mornings, sitting in our car, heading towards a destination, the fear of meeting with an accident never even occurs to us. That's what faith is. So there's no point in manifesting that by just being fearful about it. Hoga to hoga, dekhenge. And medically, we've made so much advancements today. I was very, very happy with the whole treatment that I went through. Doctors were so supportive. Medications were so good. They just scared me a little bit in the beginning. Ye side effect, wo side effect. But thankfully, everything was great.
My goodness, such moving words. And, doctor, when you hear a breast cancer survivor say that breast cancer is possibly the best thing that ever happened to me, to what extent does that move you as a medical professional?
Yeah, so this has been the journey. I think as an oncologist, our biggest friends are our survivors, our yodhas. So I'm really happy, and I'm the more of it that Chavi being such a big influencer on the society, she's bringing out these topics. It matters a lot to us, and I think she deserves an ovation, a standing ovation for that.
Standing ovation. Let's have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have it. I think it's deeply deserved.
Thank you.
This is a story of truth, of survival, of strength, of resilience. Let's happen to one of our very own. All right.
Thank you so much. You can say this was just a test to know if you haven't gone off to sleep. I'm glad you're awake.
Don't open the secrets.
All right. And then I think by way of closing comments, and I'll pose my question to the both of my panelists here. All right. I think, oftentimes there is a delay in prognosis. Okay, or detection. Like you said, you discovered your diagnosis by chance. But oftentimes, even in the wake of symptoms, there is a hesitance. Concerns loom on one's mind, such as being a financial burden on one's family. All right? Fearing the diagnosis in the first place. Not knowing the best course of action. Thinking one has to die one day anyhow. If you start to get in that zone of where your thoughts are doomed, or it's a very daunting time, what might you say to that person, both as a fellow survivor and as a medical professional?
Doctor, you first.
So I think two things. All cancers are not same. Everyone, each body, each cancer is different. So we are not supposed to get scared and not take too much of influence from other people who have gone through it. And yes, the science has progressed so much that yes, you will win over this. So you will become a cancer warrior, you will become a cancer yodha. So don't worry, go to your doctor.
All right. And to the yodha over here.
So yeah, no two cancers are the same. In fact, I just want to talk about a little experience that I had when I came out with my cancer diagnosis. I was bombarded with a lot of messages from fellow patients and people who were fighting and survivors. And I read some really Horror stories, yeah. I mean, I was very, very touched reading those. But after a point, I stopped reading because I didn't want to have that fear in my own mind and I didn't want to manifest it. And I decided that my journey is going to be my own journey and I'm going to make my journey. I'm not going to let my journey depend on somebody else's. And I think that positivity and that faith is what helped me a lot. And having said that, don't underestimate the importance of regular checkups because वो बोलते हैं ना कि have faith in God but lock your doors. It's just like that. Have faith in God but don't forget your regular checkups.
All right. With that, I think that makes for a wonderful note upon which to close. Dr. Gupta, Shavi Mittal, huge round of applause for both of our panelists.
Thank you so much.